Girona have signed Bojan Mioviski from Aberdeen in a record-breaking transfer for 6.8 million. Welcome back to Fog Football. Well, at least that's what it could be worth. That is including all the add-ons. 6.8. It well and truly eclipses the 4.2 million that Liverpool paid for Calvin Ramsey. And I think all in all, it's a good move for Scottish football. It shows you that your players can go for a decent enough money. Yeah, reality is, right, Aberdeen had a really mediocre season last year. They were good in Europe. Maybe Girona have looked at that and went, big Mioski done no bad. If Aberdeen had finished third, like Hearts did, and had the Europe success along with it, I think they could have weaseled a bit more out of this. But the reality is, they finished bottom six in the Scottish Premiership. Girona, Aberdeen don't really have not a leg to. Well, yeah, it's kind of a leg to. I mean, even though it's not Bojan Mioski's fault, if anything, he's the reason they weren't properly balls deep in a relegation scrap. But regardless, it's through. We've talked a lot about this. You look at Mioski. Is this a deal that either side of the old firm will wish they had made? Probably. A lot of money's getting dished out. Rangers probably don't. Well, we don't have the money to sign Bojan Mioski, but I mean, there was never any intent to sign anybody from our league because Rangers don't do that. As for Celtic fans, some people love the fact they've signed a day. Some people think it's too much. Some people are like, well, you could have got Mioski and Shankland for around about the same price, and you could have, and that's a myth. But you sign Mioski, right, and it sets you up for like the next decade. But again, same way a day. Both of a very similar age in that ballpark. But the 25-year-old North Macedonian forward scored 44 goals in 91 starts after signing 2 years ago from MTK Budapest. The deal from Mioski is reportedly worth up to 6.5 million. The reality is that's 6.8 million. Everywhere else, one website's reporting 6.5, and that's the one I've actually took the thing from, but eclipses the fee for Ramsey. Girona only finished behind Real Madrid and Barca last season. They'll play in the Champions League. Absolute no-brainer for Mioski. He's sad to leave, right, and he's crying. End of the day is, right, you don't actually have to leave a football club. You can stay, because why wouldn't Aberdeen want this guy to stay? But the reality is, I mean, we're talking about a guy that is now going to play in La Liga. On paper, the third best team in La Liga for last season. Champions League football, it is an absolute no-brainer. And I think Bojan Mioski can absolutely, I think his stock can go way up. I could definitely see this guy earning a bigger move for Girona to like a bigger club. No offence to Girona, but they're kind of fresh on the scene, so to speak. Now the forward, he passed his medical on Friday, and was it Friday? No, it wasn't Friday. What day is the day? Thursday. Must have been like Monday or something. He passed it. He signed a 4-year deal. The forward was in tears as he kissed the club badge, was serenaded by Don's fans after coming on as a late substitute in the home win against St Mirren last weekend. The deal represents the largest fee received by a Scottish club other than Celtic and Rangers for an outfield player, with only Craig Gordon's 9 million switch to Sunderland from Hearts in 2007 surpassing it. So, I mean, there you go. It just shows you the magnitude of the deal, and I think it is good for Scottish football that deals like this can go through for clubs outside the top two. It's a lot of money, and will Aberdeen be looking to spend it? Yeah, I think Aberdeen have spent quite. I mean, they've already spent $1 million on that new guy, and if they want to wrestle that fifth, fourth, fifth, third, the European spots back into their grasp, they want to become the third best team, right? You can forget about fourth and fifth in European. They want third, all right? Aberdeen want third. They should be getting third. There is no two ways about it. I say they should be getting third. I think Aberdeen should be cemented as third. It wasn't too long ago they were second best, and Hibs and Hearts were yo-yoing between the leagues, and they've kind of let their stature slip, man. And despite never being relegated, weird one for Aberdeen, but good move this one, and maybe they'll re-spend some of the money. Will they? We'll have to wait and see. I'm not too convinced. But anyway, guys, leave your thoughts down below. That is it here for Fog Football. Big deal. Big Fid's coming later. 2 match reviews. Europe is on the line. The coefficient is hanging by a thread. it's a big night of action ahead.